Yuan Kongye stared at Zhang Yi fiercely, and her body was in great pain at this time. But Zhang Yi's words poked her heart, making her feel uneasy. After all, in order to achieve her goal of becoming stronger, she used too many means and killed one by one the mutants who had used Ice Soul. Among them, even many believers who had been loyal to her, and Zhang Yixian, who was most important to her. "Shut up. What do you know about me?" Yuan Kongye gritted her teeth, endured the pain of her body, and launched a fierce attack on Zhang Yi. The earth was broken, the dark clouds rolled back, the wind was howling, the flames were boiling, and the ice and snow were surging. Countless powerful powers, she had them at her fingertips. But all this could not cause any substantial harm to Zhang Yi. Zhang Yi is like a small tumbler. Even if he is under an extremely powerful attack, he can't be knocked down in the midst of the storm. The only weakness in the stalemate between him and Yuan Kongye is that the supernatural energy in his body is far less than that of Yuan Kongye. But on the one hand, he has been blessed by Xingtian's Xingtian Legion ability. On the other hand, his space has stored a large amount of supernatural food, enough for his energy consumption again and again. But what is the meaning of this kind of battle? Even his strongest attack, Kamui, can't kill Yuan Kongye, so what can he do if he continues to fight? The changes in Yuan Kongye's body gave Zhang Yi the answer. He secretly planned many plans, and finally it worked. This is his second plan for Yuan Kongye, supernatural toxins. Plan 1 is based on the premise that Yuan Kongye and Zhang Yixian can perfectly control the group of corpses so that they can abolish their martial arts. In exchange for a short peace in Tianhai City, Zhang Yi will then find a way to use the power of the Jiangnan region to get rid of the snow worship cult. This plan failed, and Plan 2 was naturally launched. The key to Plan 2 is Bian Junwu, who has supernatural toxins in his body. It has been said before that there are countless mutations in this world, and these mutations are not all positive, there are also negative ones. Bian Junwu's ability has a flaw, that is, every time he releases a skill, he will lose his light and suffer incurable injuries to his body as a price. Mutation is at the genetic level, so it cannot be cured by modern medicine. And Yuan Kongye absorbed the supernatural power of the Ice Soul host, so he will naturally get its negative effects. Zhang Yi did not guess about this. In the letter that Li Jian wrote to him, he mentioned something. Li Jian knew a female priest in the snow worship church. Her ability was to control ice and snow with her breath, but this supernatural power has a negative effect, which is that it damages her lungs. Therefore, once she uses her ability, she will cough frequently. Later, Li Jian saw Yuan Kongye strangle her to death. Just one day, after she used her supernatural power in public and showed miracles to the church members, she also coughed a few times, and the movement was exactly the same as that of the female priest at the time. This detail was carefully described to Zhang Yi by Li Jian. Therefore, Zhang Yi judged that while Yuan Kongye absorbed the superpowers, he would definitely absorb the mutated negative energy. That's why Plan 2 was born, a carefully planned strategy with Bian Junwu as the core. Zhang Yi was the only one in Tianhai City who knew about the flaws in Bian Junwu's abilities, and other forces had never received this information. Therefore, Yuan Kongye didn't know what the price of using destruction was. When she got this powerful ability that could destroy everything within her sight, she was extremely happy and couldn't wait to use this power to wipe out everyone. As an Epsilon-level mutant, the stronger the power she used, the greater the backlash from the side effects. For example, when Bian Junwu completely released his abilities, he turned into a flash of fireworks and quickly burned out his own life. What Zhang Yi needs to do is to fight a protracted war with Yuan Kongye and force her to use her abilities continuously. The people in Tianhai City are fighting a round-robin battle with Yuan Kongye. The investigation team in front and dozens of mutants from several major forces have already consumed a wave of Yuan Kongye. After they were defeated, Zhang Yi made up for it. The smile on Zhang Yi's mouth became more and more intense. In this way, as long as Yuan Kongye is killed, not only can the crisis in Tianhai City be completely resolved, moreover, everyone else has been beaten and disabled, and no one can snatch Yuan Kongye's origin from him. That is the mutant origin of the Epsilon level. Once Zhang Yi absorbs her ability, it is equivalent to absorbing the abilities of dozens of mutants at the same time. At that time, maybe Zhang Yi can also use this to advance to the Epsilon level. But he will not tell Yuan Kongye these. If he tells her, she may not fight. If she runs away, Zhang Yi can't do anything to her. So he deliberately used words to stimulate Yuan Kongye. I know you hate this world and want to destroy everyone, but you are not innocent. If your parents hadn't founded a cult and defrauded many believers of their money, leaving them bankrupt, you wouldn't have ended up like that. Yuan Kongye's pupils shrank suddenly. That period of history was the biggest shadow in her heart that she had never wanted to face. Zhang Yi's words made her recall those fragmented memories, how her parents died in a plane crash. At her parents' funeral, angry believers rushed over and overturned her parents' coffins. Among the believers who had nowhere to vent, some people pushed her down viciously. Then, there was endless and inhumane torture. Zheng Yixian rushed over like a wounded beast to save her, but someone pressed his head and stomped him to the ground. No matter how he begged, his eyes were full of bloodshot, and those people did not stop what they did to her. For a whole day and night, the pain had penetrated deep into her bones, and she once doubted that she could not survive. Ah! Yuan Kongye suddenly hugged her head tightly and let out a desperate cry. A powerful force swept out like a storm, with her as the center. Yuan Kongye's vision had begun to blur at this time. She looked at Zhang Yi but could not see his outline clearly. Her head was aching more and more, and a strong sense of crisis enveloped her heart. Zhang Yi, what did you do to me? Answer me. Zhang Yi looked at Yuan Kongye from a distance. At this time, he was not in a hurry. This kind of backlash of superpowers cannot be treated. As long as Yuan Kongye starts to attack, it will only develop towards a worse situation. Guess whether I will tell you or not, Zhang Yi said with a smile. He could not give Yuan Kongye a chance to crack his tricks, although at the moment his painstaking plan was about to be effective. But a journey of 100 miles begins with a single step. He could not be careless at the last moment. Yuan Kongye stared at Zhang Yi fiercely. She had already concluded in her heart that Zhang Yi must have used some kind of ability on her at some point, causing her body to have problems. Self-righteous, Yuan Kongye scolded coldly. Suddenly, a vast white light began to emerge from her body, wrapping her whole body. This is her ability, Blessing, which can heal all diseases and injuries of the human body. But this time, as soon as Yuan Kongye's ability was activated, she felt that the situation was unexpected. Not only did the discomfort in her body not disappear, but as she increased the output of her supernatural power, her vision became more blurred and her headache became more severe. Her chest suddenly hurt, and she couldn't help coughing. Take advantage of her illness to kill her. Zhang Yi would not miss such a good opportunity. He would not leave Yuan Kongye any room to breathe. Only the dead can be trusted. Kamui! Kamui has activated again, piercing through Yuan Kongye. Yuan Kongye sensed the huge crisis and used destruction to resist at the same time. This attack she blocked again, but her body became worse and worse. In the distance, everyone who had almost lost their fighting power was watching this battle. Seeing that Yuan Kongye suddenly had problems with her body and coughed violently, everyone felt incredible. Because from beginning to end, they didn't see what Zhang Yi did. And they have known Zhang Yi for so long, they are more familiar with his abilities. He is a space-based mutant, and he doesn't have the ability to poison people. Besides, it is almost impossible to poison an Epsilon-level mutant during a battle. When Bailey Changqing saw Yuan Kongye coughing, he suddenly understood everything. It's the captain's ability. Not only him, but all the members of the investigation team understood this. The mutants in Tianhai City don't understand the defects of Bian Junwu's abilities, but they do. Meng Siyu murmured. After she absorbed the captain's abilities, she also got the side effects of the captain's abilities. This is Zhang Yi doing it on purpose, or is it a coincidence? She looked at Bailey Changqing and others with a bit of astonishment in her eyes. Is it a coincidence? It doesn't look like it at all. But if Zhang Yi planned it from the beginning, then when he asked Bian Junwu to use Ice Soul, he had actually calculated Bian Junwu. Wu Di, lying in his sleeping bag, cursed weakly. You bastard! He actually plotted against us. No, he did nothing wrong, Bailey Changqing said calmly. In that situation, doing so was the only way for us to be rescued. I think the captain also guessed Zhang Yi's plot against him, but the captain had to do it that way. He stared at the two people on the battlefield and actually felt a kind of admiration for Zhang Yi. But this guy was able to set up such a big chess game. It's really amazing. Even we have become chess pieces in his hands. Although being used by others would be a little unpleasant, Bailey Changqing admired Zhang Yi's scheming and skills. Wu Di cursed. Awesome, this guy, I must cough. He was already close to exhaustion, and at this time he was so excited that he almost fainted. Meng Siyu comforted him. Okay, the things here have nothing to do with us for the time being. You should rest first. Seeing that Yuan Kongye finally had problems, everyone was very excited. They felt that they saw the hope of life. Only if Zhang Yi defeated Yuan Kongye, they would have a chance to survive, and everyone knew this very well. On Zhang Yi's side, he ate to replenish his energy while fighting Yuan Kongye from a distance. Yuan Kongye was in serious health problems at this time. Her vision was blurred, and she was also feeling very uncomfortable. Zhang Yi stopped using Kamui, as this ability consumed a lot of energy for him. Even if he could replenish it through eating, he couldn't abuse it. After all, he still needed to maintain a strong enough fighting capacity until the end of the battle. It was clear that once Yuan Kongye was really defeated, the guys around him would definitely not miss such delicious food. After all, the Epsilon-level mutant origin is mine.